Hello, my name is Odyssey, and welcome to Darkest Dungeon. I've been looking forward to playing this game. This game has been on my wish list for such a long time, ever since I first heard about it, which was quite a while ago. For those of you who don't know, it's kind of a roguelike, it's a turn-based RPG roguelike kind of game, but it places a lot of emphasis on the mentality of your party of characters. They suffer from stress and insanity, and it's got a lot of very, very interesting and unique features. So yeah, I know little more than that about this game. I've played for a few minutes just to make sure that the recording is all, working and able. So yeah, I'm really excited for this, and I hope you enjoy this new series. Now let's go on in. I deleted the save where I was testing things. So let's call this... let's call this Darkest Mob Cave. There we go. Alright, and let's go into the game. It'll start with a tutorial, which I have actually played through, but it's useful. And an intro cinematic, I forgot about that.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay. Oh, look at the art style of this game. I love it. It's amazing. I think this wasn't made by Clay, but it was... it said in the credits with special thanks to Clay, and this art style really does remind me of like Mark of the Ninja and Don't Starve, that kind of thing. Very weird, stylized, hand-drawn graphics. I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, so this is the game. There are kind of two parts to the game. There's the map down here, and you can move to different areas of the dungeon that you're in. And within each of those rooms, or within each of those corridors, you can move around, and you encounter different enemies and different bits of treasure, that kind of thing. So before we go anywhere, let's just have a look at who we have here. So we have Reynold, the Crusader. So he's got a fair amount of health. Your health is here, your red health bar is here, and underneath it is stress. So that's what I was telling you about. Your characters get stressed very easily when they come up against difficult odds, when this torch gets quite dim. So when they're in darkness, they get quite stressed. Certain attacks can stress them out as well. So yeah, we've got what looks like a tanky figure, and we've got Dismas. I don't know. You can name the characters anyway. Not yet, but I will, so we don't have to know exactly how to pronounce that. He is a highwayman, and he seems to be he's trickier. He's more like an ADC. He's an attack damage hero, I guess. So yeah, you can also click on here, and you can see they all have different traits. So Dismas, hard noggin, plus 15% stun resist, that's good, and plus 2 speed. Speed, I think, is what designates the order in which people attack, because it's all turn-based. So the higher speed you have, the earlier you attack. And also he's a known cheat, is not allowed to gamble while in town. Okay. And Reynold, Warrior of Light, plus 10% damage if torch above 75. Okay, that's this thing. Kleptomaniac, prone to stealing items and God-fearing. In town will only pray for stress relief. Okay, cool. And they all have different attacks. And we'll get into that in a moment. So let's move to this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Alrighty, so we'll go on ahead and there we go.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Okay, kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon, one of these, and click on a highlighted target. Alright, let's do just that. So, first we have Dismas, our highwayman. Don't know why he's in front of our Crusader. The Crusader should be right here, taking all the damage, but it will. I believe if you right-click on here, you can bring up more information about your character, and it tells you the preferred position in the party that they're in. You can bring a maximum of 4 players into a party, but seeing as it's the tutorial, it's only 2. And also there's the preferred target. Not that that really matters much, because there's only 1 person here. So let's open Vein, which causes bleed damage to the target, so that's good. They're going to take damage over time. That was a nice amount of damage. And now our Crusader has got Smite plus 15% damage versus Unholy. This guy isn't Unholy, he's just a cutthroat. Zealous Accusation, Stunning Blow, you can stun him. Bulwark of Faith. Hold on, if you click a skill and then hover over them, it tells you down there hero damage 6 to 13, so 4 to 8, 2 to 5, and that's a self-casting thing. So let's just smite him and hope that we kill him. In fact, we're definitely going to kill him because he has 6 hit points left, so...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Confidence surges. Check out the bassiness of that voice. Alright, so we got a little bit of gold from that. A little bit of gold. And interactive objects. Alright, so we can investigate this brigand's tent, see what's inside. The brigands love valuables, more money.
Unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Okay. Ooh, just turned to dim light. Plus stress, plus hero surprised. So we're more likely to be surprised. But also the monsters are still able to be surprised.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Okay, so this is kind of a mini-boss for the tutorial. So we've got a Brigand Bloodletter who seems like this big tanky guy. He's the enemy version of this guy. And we've got a Fusilier who is more of a ranged, much less tanky enemy. They've all got dodge and speed attributes. They're both human, and they've got different resistance levels, which would be very useful to look at to make sure that you don't try and... They've got only 25% bleed resist, so bleeding looks like the way to go. You can only attack this guy, so let's do that. 8 damage, that's pretty good. He resisted the bleed, unfortunately. And we dodged that attack. Ouch, we didn't dodge that. Cat o' nine tails. But now it is Reynolds' go, and he is a tanky bastard. So... let's... Zealous Accusation, damage minus 40%. I'm not entirely sure what all these things mean. You've got... Alright, accuracy... Yeah, critical chance, damage, dodge, protection points, and speed. And you've got... a weapon and armor, and I guess like consumables or something, items of some sort. And they affect all of these stats. But I'm not entirely sure what these stats actually do, apart from speed. I know that, and damage and crit are fairly obvious. Okay, let's stun this guy and hope that he doesn't resist. There we go. So he can't attack for a little while, which is very good. This guy's going to blanket fire, deals no damage, so that's fine. And instead of this guy going, we've got it's gone all the way back to the highwayman again because we stunned this guy, so he can't attack. So let's open Vein again. More bleed damage. Got him down to about half health. What? He buffed himself. Plus 20% stun resist. Okay, so we probably shouldn't try that again. We should just focus on hitting him. Although Zealot's Accusation, you can see right here where my mouse is, there are 2 dots and they're joined, and I think that means it'll hit both of them, possibly. If I hit this guy, then it'll hit both. Let's test that theory. No, it was just the first one. Okay, I'm not sure I understand yet, but I'm sure understanding will come in due time. Let's open vein again. He resisted the bleed. Another blanket fire. Again, very little damage. Our stress is still quite low, so that's good. If you get high stress, then bad things can start to happen. They can start like switching places in the party because they're too afraid. So yeah, I haven't actually had any of this occur yet to me in my practicing, but I know that it does happen. So let's just smite this guy and see if we can end his life. And we do.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, and now it's our highwayman's turn, and we can finally attack this guy. Let's just... actually, because I think that these two should swap around, let's move this guy. There we go. It wasted a turn to do that, but I think it was probably worth it. And let's smite him. Actually, let's stun him. Only did 1 damage, but it did stun him. That's good. Plus 20% stun resist. So it seems like when you stun these guys, after the first stun, they gain a stun resist. So, Grape Shot Blast. Open vein again. Oh, that did a nice amount of damage. And we can just smite to finish him off.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, victory. We get crests, jade, deeds, and onyx. No idea what any of them do, but it all looks pretty great. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. Bandit's trapped chest. Let's open the chest. It's trapped. I got blighted. Wonderful. Okay, so there was nothing actually inside it. That sucks. Okay, let's click here to exit the dungeon. So from that you can kind of see how the combat in this game works. It was a tutorial, so it didn't really go into much depth about the more interesting aspects of combat, like the stress levels and stuff like that. Anyway, we got a lot of gold from that, and +2 resolve XP. Resilient, +10% stress heal. Okay, I don't really know what that means. Does that mean that... Oh, heals... As in your stress goes down 10% faster. Probably, that's very good. And Eagle Eye, +3% crit range skills, I guess? Okay, well both of those look good, so that's very useful. And now we shall go to...
Welcome home.
Home.
Such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now. And you are bound to them.
Okay, great. So this is the area that you go to between dungeons. You know, between what's the word? Like embarkments, that kind of thing. Embarkations. And there are lots of different areas here that you can send your people into, or just go into. So stagecoach, recruit new heroes. Let's go in there.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
Okay, so
all will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
You done? Okay. So this is where you recruit heroes, and I think it wants us to recruit these guys. So Fergant, Seeker Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
I couldn't agree more. And Malville. Yeah, I don't know. Seeker Vestal. Okay.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Okay. Pious and unrelenting. So kind of like a paladin figure. Maybe not quite as tanky as the Crusader, but still a bit of a damage dealer. And up here, we can upgrade the stagecoach. Increases the number of recruits available for hire. The change will take effect after you return from your next quest. Okay, cool. Increases the size of the hero roster. to 11. Let's do this. Increases the number of available heroes to 3. Because that was what it said to do. And you use up deeds and crests, which you gain from like scavenging different places. So yeah, okay, that'll do for now. What else have we got here? Ancestors' memoirs. Okay, this is like cinematics. Okay, and I need respite, says Reynold. Oh yeah, let's rename our guys. So, okay, this guy, warrior of light and resilient, kleptomaniac. So he's prone to stealing items and he's God-fearing. Okay, he likes to be at the front. Let's call this guy... Touchstone. And I'll explain why. Any of you who have read Garth Nix's The Old Kingdom series will know who Touchstone is. That's Sabriel, Lavriel, Labosen, all that stuff. I recently found out that there's a new book out in that series, so I've been rereading them. So yeah, Touchstone, he's like a very, very tough hero who can sometimes go into kind of berserk rages. I don't think he's a kleptomaniac, but that's the best name that I can come up with at the moment. Dismas, the highwayman. Oh, you can change the outfit, so that's cool. Drink, god, or dice. Oh, okay. Yeah, so these guys are a little bit stressed after that last encounter, but they're fine. They're fine. They can go into another area. Dismiss hero. No, I don't want to do that. Rename hero. Cutthroat. Okay, let's call him... let's call him... He's a good assassin from like TV or literature or something. Oh, what's his name from Mass Effect? Thane. We'll call him Thane. Let's do that. Alright, get out. Fergant, the Witch Doctor, or Plague Doctor. Seeker Plague Doctor. So he's kind of a support hero, I guess. And he's nervous, minus 10% stress resist. Clotter, plus 15% bleed resist. Okay, let's call him... He's got a beak. Let's call him Kevin. Kevin after the bird from Up, because he has a beak. And Malaville, the Seeker Vestal. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but she looks pretty tanky, bit of a warrior. So let's call you Jaina. Completely random names. None of these are connected in the slightest, but Jaina, because kind of mage hero out of Warcraft. So I don't really know that much about Warcraft though. It's been ages since I played it. Graveyard for you fallen heroes.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Okay, this is where you can view all the heroes that have died in the past. Hero death is permanent, as with most roguelikes. Like you can lose party members completely and you can't get them back, which is pretty awesome. You have to play very carefully. The darkest mob cave estate. Okay, so now I think we just want to embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Okay, cool. Ruins. Okay. Ooh. It's just rotating the same graphic. Okay, clear a path to the boss. Complete 100% of room battles. Unholy abominations turning the light against itself. Meet them in battle and learn how they fight. So I guess this is another kind of tutorial, like a second tutorial, ramping the difficulty up a little bit. And we now have 4 heroes, so let's build a roster out of all of them. We've got Touchstone, Thane, Kevin, and Jaina. Actually, let's have a look. What are the preferred positions? So, obviously this guy must be at the front, yeah. This guy second, this guy third, and this one fourth. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Okay, provision.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Okay, so for your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. Let's do just that. I don't know enough about the game to contradict what it's saying. Well, we've got holy water used to purge evil and restore purity. Shovel used to clear obstacles and break into things. Anti-venom, counter blights, toxins, and poisons. Staunch the flow of bleeding, that might be useful. Medicinal herbs used to cure diseases and maladies. Skeleton key used to unlock strongboxes and doors. Let's get a shovel. I don't know if that was a good idea, but yeah. All right, let's embark.